for the tensioner. It's broken. So I could probably epoxy it. I could probably get another one. But what I did, since I don't have one today, I made this. This is gonna be my new handle. And the way it works is I'll put the first nut on, the original nut that holds this down. I'll put that on, and then I welded another nut, the same threading, on this piece of square tubing here, 1/2 inch. When I put it on, before it bottoms out, I could take the wrench here and tighten the one onto another. And by doing that, now I've created a handle of its own. Nice little rod one. I actually think that this one's better than this ugly round plastic one. At least this one's metal. It has some character. So this is a nice, quick, easy solution. If you don't have a little handle, weld up something like this. I like it, and I'm going to go with it. Alright, so I got the top pretty clean, got most of the rust removed. I did it all outside underneath the carport. So keep in mind that I'm very much aware that I could have used the electrolysis process. I was going to do that, but I kind of got antsy and I skipped all that because I would have had to let that sit for a day or two. And I still would have had to have sanded it to remove a lot of the black magnetite anyways. The rust was coming off with just the W40. But this is the result. If you remember how rusty it was pretty bad. I barely could touch it and I had orange on my fingers and stuff. Really nice for what it is though. It's really, really smooth with 2 coats of carnauba. And I gotta say, compared to what it was, being so rusty and rough, it was pretty disgusting before. Now, I don't get my hands dirty. It's very, very smooth. And I can slide just about anything across it and it goes like butter. So when I first brought this home 18 months ago, I oil these anyways, so it's been sitting in oil for 18 months. And this is marble mixture oil, if anybody was wondering. So this is the condition of the trunnion here. It's very, very big and heavy duty. So I just replaced the trunnions on a 14-inch bandsaw, and these are the ones that broke. I have an older one that I'm using as a metal cutter. So this is an old broken trunnion that I replaced just yesterday actually, and this is the size of the one I'm doing now to give you an example of the size difference. So this is 14-inch, which just happens to be the same size as a Delta, for example. Those are pretty popular. And this is just a Taiwan-made cast piece right here. That's why it broke, from 1981. So you can kind of see the difference though. This is huge. It's very, very heavy. So now that I got it all pretty clean, I'm gonna put the cast iron top on. It's very, very heavy, so I'll grab it over here and put it on. And once I get it lined up, I'll put the bolts through back into the top and get a look at how nice it looks, hopefully. At this point, I'm going to apply another coat of wax on it, carnauba, and I'll let it sit here for about 15 minutes and I'll take it off. Alright, it's been about a half an hour. Just watched a couple YouTube videos. So now it's time to clean this off. I also polished out the insert plate here. Alright, so as happy as I am, I'm still not 100% sure how good this is going to work as far as the tracking. The old blade was bent, and it seemed to work pretty good ever since we tested the motor out. So this blade here is 150 inches. I ordered this up a couple weeks ago. When I ordered this up, I still, at that moment, had no idea how good that this would work, if it would even work at all. So obviously, it seems to work pretty good. I got the rust off. I have everything lubricated. I fixed the brake. Has an automatic brake on here. I adjusted that so it has a better response. So this blade here is not the best, it's kind of low quality. So now, once I get it tuned up and I confirm that everything's working, I'm hoping to get a really nice, good, high quality blade for a resaw. So if anybody out there knows where I could get a good blade, you know, in the $50 range or something like that, shoot me a link please, because I'd really like to order up a couple, some high quality ones. Whether I have carbide or not, I don't really know. If it's within $50 price range for each one, that might be something I could look into. So in the meantime, I'm going to slap this one on, make sure that this is actually 150 inches. I have it tight, and I also got the guides adjusted. The guides is what actually took me the most time. So when it spins, the bearings just barely touch the blade. The idea is for them not to touch. I don't want it touching and having them spinning at high speed when the blade's spinning. I think the idea is to have it so when you have any pressure on the blade and it wants to flex, that's when the bearings kick in. Otherwise, you want to have some freedom to the bearings themselves. So now I think the last thing I have to do is to put the guard back on, and I think I'm home free. So each tab has to be a certain way, and if it's too tight, it won't extend. If it's too loose, it'll bypass these little tabs right here. But I got it now to where it extends and goes all the way. This is the part that I fought when I first got it. So I'm going to see how it works now. The last thing I have to do now is just fire it up. I spent an hour at least adjusting those, the shield, the guard. So I think I got it now. Can't say it's perfect, I can't say it's right, but it seems to work. Everything seems good. This is the moment. Holy crap, this thing is awesome. I'm so happy to have this thing working after so long. I wasn't sure if it worked in the first place, but it looks like my patience paid off, and taking a chance sometimes also pays off. I think I made the right choice. So another option I had out there is I could have bought a Grizzly. A brand new Grizzly 17-inch, for example, was probably roughly the same price. I think it was a couple $100 more. I have $550 in this thing total right now. That's including a new blade and the rolling base. Oh, and I got some bearings. That's $12. So $560 I have into this thing, which I don't think is that much really for what it is. A 20-inch bandsaw like this, heavy duty, like really nice condition. I think it's nice. It ended up being a nice condition, right? Anyways, thanks for watching. So in the future, I'm going to add a fence to the. I was going to say a table saw fence, but I'm going to add a bandsaw fence to this thing. So I'm looking for a heavy duty bandsaw fence to add to this. Also, I may do other stuff. I'm not really sure. So long video, I'm sure. Hope it wasn't too boring. And thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Give me a thumbs up and check me out on Instagram. I post now on Instagram. brand new account. So anyways, thanks for watching. See you in the next video.